Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Srijan. Please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
How are you this afternoon?
I'm good, sir.
Very good. I can see that you are a student of sociology.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Coming from Bhopal,
Yes, sir.
Rabindranath Tagore. So tell me something about Rabindranath Tagore. Who was he?
Sir, Rabindranath Tagore was a famous Indian poet, social reformer, and educationist.
Okay.
He was the first non-European to be awarded Nobel Prize in Literature for
Which
his
year?
1913, sir,
Okay.
for his work Gitanjali.
Okay.
Sir, he established Vishwabharati University in Shanti Niketan
Yes.
and continues to exercise influence over the Indian educational thought and social reforming agenda, sir.
Very good. Fantastic. So, what was the national anthem of India was
Yes, sir.
composed by him?
Yes, sir. He composed Jan Gan Man, which was later adopted as national anthem of India, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. Now, Bhopal is supposed to be one of the cleanest city along with Indore. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct?
Yes, sir.
So, what is this culture of cleanliness in MP? Can we take some good practices from there and bring them to Delhi?
Yes, sir. Certainly some practices can be adopted.
What are those good practices? Tell me.
Sir, in both Bhopal and Indore, the model of 100% source segregation and collection of waste has been adopted. For this, there has been fleet and trained personnel for collection of waste. Secondly, sir, politicians, social activists, and bureaucrats all have taken up this as an agenda, and they regularly visit their constituencies, interact with people to develop this culture of cleanliness. Thirdly, sir, there is a culture of covering drains as well as greening public spaces, planting trees on road paths beside the roads. And sir, a sustainable model of waste management has also been created through private-public partnership. The waste which is collected is then sold to private companies, and this funds the municipal corporations also so that they can pay to Safai Karmcharis and
very good.
fleets.
So, why it is not replicated elsewhere?
Sir, to some extent, it is being repeated, like there are collection vehicles in other cities also. But, sir, it can be about the culture and mentality of the people. That if politicians across India take up this seriously, and people, once they are being rewarded, like once Indore was first, then people became aware that each year we have to repeat this performance so that Indore tops as a city. So there can be some incentive in terms of pride also, sir.
Okay, now let us change to some other thing. We have this very fashionable topic these days, live-in relationship.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's a good idea or it's a bad idea, or how should it be regulated or should not be regulated?
Yes, sir. Sir, live-in relationship is a developing concept in terms of family and marriage, sir. Given our social and geographical mobility, people seek more liberty outside the institution of marriage. Sir, it is a progressive step as it allows couples to live according to their needs. Sir, it should be regulated because there are concerns regarding safety of women and their future social security also. So the idea should be regulated, and Supreme Court has also said that it should be considered at par with marriage if in certain aspects if there is a long-term live-in relationship, sir.
Okay. So you consider it as a progressive step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because it is based on individual liberty.
Yes, sir. It provides individual freedom to choose their partners and lead their life accordingly,
so there
sir.
are many areas in which we can provide this individual liberty, like a civil servant can work on his own. He doesn't have to be responsible to anybody else. So that would be a very nice area, isn't it? He should be given total freedom to act on his own.
Sir,
No responsibility to his bosses, no responsibility to the downtrodden for whom he is supposed to work.
Sir, in my opinion, when it comes to public sphere, then the person should be responsible to larger society and act as per the constitution.
So you think live-in relationship is not a public affair? It's individual thing only. The society doesn't rest on the marriage institution.
Sir, marriage certainly is one of the most foundational institutions of society.
Then it's more foundational than the bureaucracy, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Marriage is one of the foundational institutions of society.
How do you apply that? Tell me.
Sir, these are upcoming reforms because there is change in mentality, individualism.
That's what I'm saying. You bring these reforms in bureaucracy in other fields also. That everybody should have freedom. They should live as they live. They should work as they want to work. That will give total independence to them, isn't it?
No, sir. I beg to
Liberation,
differ.
moksha. Is that so? There
Sir, in
has
ma-
to be a balance
Yes,
between
sir.
what are social and national needs and what are individual needs.
Yes, sir.
Isn't the Constitution provide for that?
Yes,
That
sir.
all the fundamental rights are subject to restrictions.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now my last question to you is, how do you present India's case for permanent membership of United Nations Security Council?
Sir, given our current global situation that there is increasing polarization and the dysfunctionality of UNSC Permanent Council has come up on several instances like the recent Russia-Ukraine war and Israel-Hamas conflict. Sir, in this scenario, India emerges as a power which can balance diverge side.
But this is one scenario, UNSC is a permanent body
Yes, sir.
which will work in all scenarios. So if you
Yes.
are only constituting for this scenario, then you can also constitute a temporary body under the UN aegis.
No, sir, I'm saying that through these instances, the need of reform in multilateral institutions has been highlighted so that they remain functional and continue to serve the interest of global peace. And
That need is known to us. That's why I'm asking you, why should India become
yes, sir.
member, or India should be accepted as member of UNSC?
Sir, India can act as a balancing power, interacting with both the sides. Secondly, sir, it is one of the largest functional democracies in the world. Thirdly, sir, in recent times, India has also emerged as a voice of global South as well as economic power when it comes to fifth largest economy.
Yes.
Sir, India has continuously contributed to peacekeeping operations as a responsible nuclear power
Yes.
and can serve the security interest of global peace also, sir.
Good, good. This is the way you should have answered in the beginning.
Sorry.
Okay,
Thank
there
you,
are
sir.
some more points. We'll talk about that later. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
The difference between sociology and anthropology.
Sir, traditionally, anthropology deals with primitive societies, or we can say the societies that used to exist before modernity. And so society is a comprehensive discipline that deals with both modern societies as well as the changes occurring after modernity when it comes to institutions of family, marriage, education. This is broadly the difference,
What is
sir.
the father of sociology? Father of social change.
Sir, founding fathers of sociology are considered as Auguste Comte, sir, Herbert Spencer.
So, what did Auguste Comte say? What was? Tell me something about some of his theories.
Sir, Auguste Comte gave the law of three stages that society progresses from.
Decline,
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to.
cyclic changes.
No, sir, a linear pattern of change he gave.
Correct.
Theological, metaphysical, and.
Okay, you're talking about that.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
I'm not able to recall.
Yes, sir.
Now, at least in India, can you name an important sociologist?
Yes, sir. G.S. Ghore is considered as the founding father of Indian sociology, sir. Later, the sociologists like M.N. Srinivas, Andre Vetai Ravati Karve have also contributed to Indian sociology, sir.
What was M.N. Srinivasa's theory on Sanskritization?
Yes, sir. Sir, according to M.N. Srinivas, Sanskritization is a process by which lower caste groups, intermediary caste groups adopt the practices of higher caste groups so that they gain social mobility over a period of time. These essentially involve changes in dietary habits, adopting vegetarian diet, wearing thread, using tilak on forehead, sir. It also involves change in surnames to reflect the social mobility over a period of time, sir.
But do you see that pattern happening in the way people vote at election time?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get your question.
No, do you see that pattern in the way people voting when they vote
Yes, sir.
at election time? Do you see that kind of a pattern? Do you think the lower caste vote on the basis of how the upper caste vote?
No, sir. In recent years, there has been emergence of Dalit consciousness. The OBC groups have mobilized themselves. And now, apart from issues of caste, people are also voting on issues of development and global issues also, sir.
So coming to development, now can you tell me three important development schemes of this government?
Sir, there are several development schemes. Firstly, sir, there is Pradhan Mantri.
Three.
Yes, sir. Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, which has provided financial inclusion to marginal sections of the society. Secondly, sir, there is Swachh Bharat Mission and Jal Jeevan Mission, which is facilitating basic needs of people like toilet and drinking water, sir. So third scheme is related to NFSA, which provides food security to people, which has been also extended to Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana.
NFSA was it brought in by this government?
No, sir, the act was enacted in 2013, sir.
So I talked about this government.
Sorry, sir. So the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, which is providing free food grains to over 80 crore people, sir.
And what about the Kisan?
Yes, sir. For welfare of farmers, several schemes have been initiated, like PM Kisan Samman Nidhi, Fasal Bima Yojana, sir, which provides insurance.
So tell me something about Fasal Bima Yojana.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact details, but crops are divided into Kharif, Rabi, and commercial crops.
They are always.
Yes, sir, and there is differential premium for these crops.
Okay, let's go to Jan Arogya Yojana. Tell me something about Jan Arogya.
Sir, it provides health insurance cover to 10 crore families, sir.
10 crores. 50 crores. 10 crores.
Families and 50 crore people, yes, sir. And sir, in recent budget, it was also extended to ASHA workers and Anganwadi workers, sir.
And what is the budgetary provision for the scheme?
Sorry, sir, I'll acknowledge on it, sir.
So what is the total outlay, the budgetary outlay of the Union government?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the exact
Total
figures.
revenue receipts of the Union government?
Sorry, sir.
What are the main sources of revenue for the Union government?
Sir, in terms of direct taxes, there is income tax and corporate tax, sir. In indirect taxes, there is GST, custom duties, sir.
Since you're interested in cricket, who was the captain of the cricket team when India won the World Cup in '83?
Sir, Kapil Dev was the captain of Indian team, sir, at that time.
And when you won it a second time, who was the captain?
Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the captain in 2011, sir.
Okay. And what do you think happened between 1983 and 2011? You know, almost 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think India never won the World Cup?
Sir, India continued to improve its performance. It was semi-finalist in 1996, sir. We played the final in 2003 under Saurav Ganguly's captaincy. So,
What are the reasons?
so may I take some time to think on it, sir?
Take a second.
Yes, sir. Sir, during especially 90s, the team was going through a transition period. There was frequent change in captaincy. There were certain allegations also.
Exactly. That was the reason.
Okay,
So
sir.
the allegation of match fixing.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You now hit the nail on the head.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Patel.
Yes, sir.
Patels are in USA, Patels are originally from Gujarat, Patels are in Madhya Pradesh, Patels are all over. Why Patels are so emphasized?
Sir, in my opinion,
South Africa.
yes, sir. Sir, Patel, it does not refer to a particular caste group. It was earlier a title that was used by village people. So across India, we can find Patels of different caste groups. And sir, because they had relatively higher social mobility, so they migrated first when it came to international migration, and we can find their international presence also.
Do you think these Patels of Gujarat have anything to do with the parties who are asking for reservation in Maharashtra?
Sir, Patels in Maharashtra are from the Maratha community.
Okay, good. So let us get into commerce and accountancy.
Yes, sir.
What are the financial statements?
Sir, financial statements include profit and loss statement, balance sheet of the company, and cash flow statement, sir.
Profit and loss account and balance sheet and cash flow statement have to be certified
Yes, sir.
of a company,
Yes, sir.
commercial company. How to be certified? What are the 4 certificates available? What are the 4 types of certification?
Sir, it is done to the process of auditing that we certify these accounts.
Yes.
Sir, I'm not able to recall the name of.
What is true and fair?
Sorry, sir, I'll acknowledge.
International Financial Reporting Standard or IFRS made a lot of benefits to Indian companies. What are those benefits and how do they help international commerce.
Sorry, sir, I lack knowledge on it, sir.
Okay. Bombay Stock Exchange, what do you know?
Sir, Bombay Stock Exchange is one of the oldest stock exchanges in India. It was,
okay.
yes, sir. 30 companies
How many stocks are traded every day?
Sir, Sensex is made up of 30 stocks, sir.
And Nifty?
Nifty 50, sir. It is of 50 stocks.
Only Nifty Financial. What is Nifty Financial?
Sir, it deals with banking companies and financial sector related companies.
What is options and other derivatives?
Sir, I lack knowledge on it, sir.
You see, in a financial statement, a company can be shown more profitable than it is, like Satyam,
Yes, sir.
or how it is done.
Sir, there are malpractices related to fudging of. Yes.
What is the accounting treatments?
Sorry, sir, I lack
You
knowledge.
don't know accounting treatments. Suppose you are dealing a company, you want to eat away money, how do you manipulate? Okay, let us get into Chanakya. You know Chanakya?
Yes, sir.
He knows all the tricks of fraud. One or two fraud, tell me how fraud can be done in accounting.
Sir, by manipulating sales figures, sir.
Sales, what is actual, should not be shown.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So loans can be taken and they can be used anywhere else. If a loan was taken for certain other purpose and
Yes,
it might be
very
used for
good.
other.
Ghost employees, you know, Mohalla
Yes, sir.
Clinic. What happened to Mohalla Clinic of Kejriwal, Chief Minister's famous Mohalla Clinic? What happened there?
Sorry, sir, I lack knowledge exact on the issue, sir.
Okay, MNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi, our
Yes, sir.
father of nation's name, we have made MNREGA program.
Yes, sir.
There are ghost workers. What do you know by ghost workers?
Sir, there are fake roles generated. People might not be working, but money is withdrawn on their account and they are shown as
Who is
working.
eating away the money?
Sir, there can be various intermediary persons who are responsible for maintenance.
You understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You had your lunch?
Yes, sir.
What was there for lunch today?
Bhindi, roti and dal, sir.
How many rotis did you have?
4 to 5, sir.
4 to 5. You are so thin. Where have they gone? Good. I just realized that you listened to the podcast of personalities.
Yes, sir.
Tell me 2 personalities you have listened and 2 things that you take away from them.
Sir, recently I listened to the podcast of Prashant Kishorji, who is political strategist. Sir, he is working on a Jan Swaraj.
2 qualities. Just one call it thak. Let's not talk too much. My question is very specific.
Sir, he has a very optimistic view of Indian society. He thinks that this politics of caste and identity can be replaced through a people's-driven movement focusing more on issues.
Okay.
Secondly, sir, I recently listened to podcast of Major Sushant Singh, who was earlier in Para SF, sir.
Okay.
Sir, the kind of attitude he had towards life,
Okay. Attitude decides your altitude. Good. So I understand you do trekking also.
Yes, sir.
Tell me 2 qualities from trekking that you're going to use it as an IAS officer.
Sir, first is determination to complete the task.
Okay, not bad.
Sir, second would be each step at a time. We should. No, sir, we should focus on
There
what.
is determination.
So determination is to, in my opinion, is to complete the task that we have to achieve it. But it is more about the process, how we are going to achieve it. That can be learned from trekking by not looking at how tough it is and focusing on each step.
Do you understand the amount of spade work you have to do before you go into trekking? The kind of preparation you have to do?
Yes, sir.
To understand all these aspects. That is what is focus. Planning.
Yes, sir.
That is what is an IAS officer is looking at. Okay, I understand when I look at the international scenario and I find that the Israel-Hamas war has crossed 100 days, Russia-Ukraine has crossed 2 years. So I make a statement that UN is redundant. Do you agree with me?
So looking at the current scenario, it seems that UN is not able to perform its function.
UN is redundant, you agree with me or not?
No, sir, I would beg to differ, sir.
Why?
Because, sir, in other areas, UN is working efficiently, like peacekeeping missions, developmental.
2 places of peacekeeping.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall, sir.
Any other thing that UN is doing good?
Sir, in terms of global poverty alleviation, sustainable development goals, sir.
Think about it. Think of COVID. There's so much which has happened. UNHCR, there's so much is happening which you're not able to see. So look at whole lot of these aspects. So let me quickly move to the next point. Our ambassador was threatened in Canada. High Commissioner was threatened, and we have complained to the Canadian government. Under what convention?
Geneva Convention, sir.
So what is the difference between Geneva Convention and Vienna Convention?
Sorry, sir, one's deal with prisoners of war and wartime issues, and one's deal with diplomatic issues.
So get them correct. When is your interview?
It's on 9th April, sir.
9th April. Oh, long time. So we can grill you so that you can get ready with more questions. Last question to you. I say that reservation is discriminatory. It is killing the merit and is encouraging mediocrity. Your take on it?
Sir, I beg to differ with the statement, sir. Sir, firstly, when it comes to merit, there are nearly 40% seats which are in open categories, so merit is being taken into account. And sir, given the diversity of India and its historic past, that how certain sections of the society were deprived of participation into merit and education system.
Okay, I've got the answer. So you're telling me that 70 years the governance has failed to uplift these people. Are you understanding? When you bring up this historic aspect, think of all these aspects. I enjoyed interacting with you. I wish you all the best.
Mr. Srijan, very good afternoon. So since your optional is sociology, do you think Marxian influence or Marxian approach has huge influence on understanding Indian society?
Yes, sir. Sir, works of Indian sociologists like A.R. Desai emphasize the use of Marxist approach in India. Sir, they highlight the class differences and how economy is the basis of caste differences that we see in society. Sir, but Marxist approach alone does not fully explain the understanding of Indian society because it ignores aspects of religion, caste, gender, and solely focuses on economic issues.
So how did Weber try to change it? Or did he make any observations on Indian society?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, what did he say, tell the reasons for rise of capitalism in the West and non-capitalistic approach in the East?
Sir, for a rise of capitalism, Weber gave changes in Protestant ethics, which gave rise to spirit of capitalism. And sir, these aspects were lacking in Eastern religions. Therefore, although some degree of capitalism and some values of materialism were present, but largely modern day capitalism could not develop in the East, sir.
Okay, on what basis or what is the evidence that Marx has shown up to tell that there is exploitation going on?
Sir, he talks about historic materialist approach in which each stage of history there is a have class and have not class. And sir, in modern capitalist society, through control over material resources, the have class, capitalist class, control and exploit the working class, sir.
Surplus profits. One word.
Thank you.
So, do you see that post-liberalization, we see income inequalities? What can justify this?
Sorry, sir.
Post-liberalization in India.
Income inequality.
Sir, we are moving towards a free capital market where is decrease of regulation. So each person has to perform according to his own abilities and capabilities. Sir, the free market regime is providing equal opportunity to all, but those who will grow based on their own capabilities. So the equality is justified on this ground, sir.
Okay. So, and with respect to the manufacturing sector, so what is this China plus one strategy?
So China Plus One strategy aims to diversify supply chains by including other countries so that there is low dependence on China and disruptions on supply chain and global manufacturing can be reduced, sir.
Okay. So is it beneficial, or how is India utilizing this opportunity?
Sir, India has gained in terms of mobiles and electronic manufacturing in the recent past when manufacturing has shifted to India, like Apple manufacturing has started, Samsung has its plants in India, sir.
Why should they prefer India? Why not the Southeast Asian countries or other countries which also have similar resources?
Sir, India is a huge human resource, so we can supply labor, skilled labor at affordable rates. Secondly, sir, in recent past, there has been significant improvement in infrastructure also. Thirdly, sir, government policies are currently very favorable to setting up of manufacturing units like the PLI scheme.
So if suppose any Vietnam or other country also provides similar opportunities, why should they prefer India?
Sir, India is also a domestically very large market that the manufacturing can be used within India also.
Yes, good. So that's a one word.
There's one word.
Next, with respect to WTO, ongoing ministerial conference, what are the main conflicting points?
Sir, there are conflict regarding two issues. Firstly is on agreement on agriculture and the peace clause, where Western countries or developed countries want to reduce the agricultural subsidy that is being provided in terms of public procurement system. Secondly, sir, the moratorium on digital transfer services is also being reconsidered. Currently, there is a moratorium, but India and other developing countries want to tax the digital transactions because it results in revenue loss to them.
With respect to UPI in other countries, so what impact will it have on exchange rate mechanisms or the payments for BOP account, in fact?
Sir, can I have the question repeated?
So UPI is being adopted in other countries. So what impact will it have on forex reserves or the BOP account?
Sir, it would promote transaction in Indian rupees, so less foreign currencies would be required, which would improve our balance of payment situation, sir.
Yes. So will it make our currency stronger?
Yes, sir, it will promote internationalization of rupee, which is also an agenda for the future, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best, Srijan.
Good job.